Hey everybody on Facebook, this is Jim Kurtzner from 7 Action News. Let me first show you where I am. This is the area of 13 and Mound Road in Warren. I'm on a story you're going to see only on 7. Two moms whose daughters were missing became detectives. They used their daughter's cell phone and Google Maps to locate where their girls were being held, and they found them inside a sex trafficking operation in this area in Warren. Now, these girls disappeared several days ago. Let me flip this back. These girls disappeared several days ago. Police put out a bulletin on that. The moms knew that they were using social media, and they were using what I'm doing right now, live cell phone technology with a video phone. So the moms were able to contact the daughters. Once the daughters knew that they were in a jam, they started talking with their mothers. And while they were on the phone with their mother, was sort of a screen-in-screen effect, they would show their mothers where they were, kind of like where I am right now. They were in an apartment complex. The mothers then looked at those pictures from those screenshots and then checked Google Maps. They went through easily 100 different apartment sites, matching the pictures to Google Maps. There was one distinct picture, one distinct aspect of the apartments that finally nailed it for them. Once they did that, they called the police. The police met them at these apartments, and then they found out that the feds were on a case. They had an open case in the apartments. The feds did. So coming up on 7 Action News at 6 o'clock, okay, are we still alive here? Sorry about that, people. That's what happens when you're on your cell phone and you get a call. Okay, so let me recap where I'm at. I'm at 13 and Mound in Warren, and I'm doing a story that's very unique, very interesting. I've been doing this a lot of years and have never seen anything like this. Two 15-year-old girls disappeared about a week and a half ago. They were runaways. Their moms were tracking them on their cell phones through social media, watching them post. But then once the girls realized they were in trouble, they would do secret video calls with their mothers, and they would show their mothers where they were being held in a sex trafficking operation by showing their mothers pictures of the apartments where they were. There was one distinct aspect of this apartment complex that the moms then looked at Google Maps and Google Images and pieced these screenshots together like a jigsaw puzzle and were able to find out where they were being held. They called the police. Police went over to the apartments with them. They recovered their daughters. Their daughters are fine. They're safe and sound. But then when the local police got here, they realized the feds had an open investigation for human trafficking at this apartment complex. Such a remarkable story. Two moms are the heroes in this case. You know, on 7 Action News, we have Joanne Purton does the series Mom's a Genius. Well, in this case, these two moms are genius investigators. Just a remarkable story. Let me read some of your comments. Christine says, "Good job, moms." Absolutely, they are the heroes here. We're going to show you the screenshots that they used to piece this together in our story. Sherry wants to know where. This ended here in Warren. Sorry, my hair's all blown with the wind. Near 13 and Mound at an apartment complex. We're going to show you that. Rhonda Jackson says, "Wow." Tracy says, "Way to go, moms." Yes, definitely. The moms are the heroes here. You know, I think it's safe to say all parents at a time or another become investigators of their kids. I'm a parent. A lot of you are probably parents. We had to investigate, if you will, certain behaviors of our children. Well, in this case, this was serious. The moms can laugh about it now, but clearly, they did the right thing, and they did it without the police. Let me see if I can read some more comments. Alex says, "Awesome." Aaron says, "Those moms are amazing. Always listen to your mother's intuition." That's exactly right. You know, dads have some intuition too. Can we say this works both ways? Okay. Cynthia says, this is unreal. So glad they are safe. Great job, moms. Stacy says, just tuning in. What happened? Okay, Stacy. So here's what happened. Let me flip this around and show you. I'm at the area of 13 and Mound in Warren. There are some apartments located near here. Two Detroit girls, actually one's from Detroit, one's from Macomb County. Two girls, 15 years old, ran away about a week and a half ago from Detroit. Their moms were tracking them on social media, but they didn't know where they were. They made a police report. Police didn't know where they were. Then, once the girls realized they were in trouble, they started to have secret video phone calls with their mother, just like I'm talking to you right now, a picture-in-picture sort of a thing. And then they would show the moms where they were being held inside the apartments. They would sort of move the camera around, the cell phone around like this. The mothers would make screenshots, then they would match those shots against Google Images to figure out where the apartments were. They say it took them about a day and a half. They went through 100 different apartment complexes, but there was one unique aspect that nailed this for them. Once they figured that out, they called the apartment complex and said, do you have white walls in the hallways? Do you have green doors? And do you have this unique thing about your apartment complex? Once they said yes, they knew they had the right location. They called the police. Police joined them at the apartments. They rescued those daughters safe and sound. But then they found the feds had an ongoing investigation at these apartments for human trafficking. They were posting ads on Backpage for sex trafficking and for the business of sex. Let's see if I can read some more of your comments here. Ryan says, good detective work, moms. Absolutely, the moms are the heroes here. These are great moms who love their girls. Absolutely, that was from Kim. Jennifer said the moms are smart. The moms are definitely the heroes here. Destiny is asking what state. This is in the state of Michigan, and I'm in the city of Warren, Michigan right now. I said this a moment ago. We have a feature story, a series that runs here on 7 Action News called Mom's a Genius. It's done by Joanne Purton, but that's Mom's a Genius, if you will, in sort of a business setting. These moms are clearly geniuses when it comes to investigating the behavior of your kids. Okay, let me take a look at some more comments. Carissa says, don't mess with Mama Best. Absolutely. In fact, one of the moms kind of says that. You'll see that in my story. Marilyn Ann Lee says, good jobs, Mom. Kenneth says, it's here in Hawaii as well. What's here in Hawaii? I'm not sure what that means. Okay, Michelle asked, did the feds know they had 15-year-olds? That's a good question, and that's not real clear. All we know is that the feds had this ongoing investigation. We do not know how deep they were into this investigation. We do not know if they had this under surveillance. The local police say this is a federal case, and they're not commenting on where they were with the status of their case, nor are they commenting if they've even made any arrests. So that was a great question. I am going to have that answer, though, for you when I do this story on 7 Action News coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Let me just read a few more of these comments. Shannon says, praise God, great job to these amazing mothers. Absolutely. Elaine says, I have a sister missing. I'm so happy for these women. Melva said, glad they found their babies. Absolutely. Sherry says, what the heck were the feds waiting for? Well, that's a good question. I don't have the answer for you, but that's a great question. Patricia says, so cool moms are. Don't mess with them. Absolutely. Stacy says, Backpage should be shut down. Why is that site still online? I've done stories on this in the past. I can tell you that Backpage.com is still the go-to site for sex trafficking all over the nation. There was a move to shut them down. There have been lawsuits to shut them down, but they've never been effective. Why? Because they have First Amendment protection. And every time they've gone to court, the last case that I followed actually happened out in California. They tried to shut them down out there, and they failed because they have First Amendment protection. And when I did that story, I can tell you the aspect of that was the way they operate that website and the way they have the ads worded. I'm not an attorney, but they are able to skirt being sued and being forced to shut down, even though you can make the argument they're advertising a crime, which sex trafficking certainly is, but they're still unable to shut down Backpage.com because of the First Amendment. I've done stories on this. ABC News has done stories on this. If you're ever bored, you can Google that yourself and you can see all of the efforts that have gone on to try. I believe there was another one in Texas at one point, as well as California, maybe Arizona. I'm doing all this from memory, but this has been tried for years and it's never been successful. They were years and years ago able to convince Craigslist from shutting down this section and these kinds of ads, but Backpage still goes on and has been going on for years. Let's see if I can read just a few more of these. Chelsea wants to know where in Warren am I? Let me flip this around again and I can show you. This is 13 Mile and Mound Road. There are some apartments nearby here. And let me just do one more recap. The reason I'm on Facebook and talking to is because two 15-year-old girls ran away from home. They were missing. My hair looks great, doesn't it? They were missing for a week and a half. The police were on the case. The moms made a report. Nobody knew where they were, but the moms started tracking them. They had their cell phones, and they would log into social media, Facebook and other apps. Then once the girls realized they were in trouble, they had secret video phone conversations with their mothers where the mom would be in the small box and they could get a picture of where the girls were, and the girls would turn the phone to show the moms where they were. The moms would take screenshots. Then they analyzed those screenshots against Google Maps and Google Images, and they found the apartment complex where they were being held because of one distinct aspect of this apartment complex. I'm going to show you what that is in my story coming up on 7 Action News at 6. They called the police, they went to the apartments, they rescued their daughters. They were being advertised on Backpage.com, according to the moms. Local police say this is a federal case. The FBI is not commenting on the status of this. Let me read just a couple more comments on this. How old are these girls? They are 15 years old, both of them. And they left home without their meds. They needed their meds. They had depression and other mental issues. Carla says, glad they're back with their moms, safe and sound. Al Marie says, moms are super smart. Absolutely. I think some dads might qualify as well. Penny says, great. Janae wants to know if it was just those two girls there or more. That's not clear. I don't have a clear answer on that for you. Wanda says, bless them. Robert says, this is getting crazy. I've been doing news a lot of years and I've never seen a story quite like this with all of the aspects involved. Social media, cell phones, two moms who use their cell phones, and this. Good old-fashioned detective work. Two moms, heroes. They have their two daughters home, safe and sound today. Where were they from? One of the girls was from Detroit, the other was from Macomb County. But they were found, let me show you one more time, right here in Warren near 13 Mile and Mound Road. That's where I'm at. Ronnie just wanted to know. So, there you have it. Facebook Live. It's nice talking with a lot of you and answering your questions. Please watch my full report on this very remarkable story coming up on 7 Action News at 6, only on 7. We'll see you then.